Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. So last time we ended up with exploring a little of the Khronos Expanse, trying to tidy up some side quests. We ended up on Oasis 5, which was kind of a bunker that seems to have like nuked their entire surface world because of some chaos stuff that was going on. The bunker was kind of, the whole thing that was going on there was like their air supply got infected, or like the air supply filter was like compromised, and essentially the air there was slowly corroding everyone to death. So once we got all that straightened out, we got some supplies there, but upon trying to exit, the defense systems triggered on us and nearly wiped us out. So with some last minute thinking, I realized that there was a computer that we could use in the combat rather than wiping out the turrets with over 100% armor, which we did get one of the turrets down and another almost down, but they hurt. So thankfully we were able to shut the turrets down with the computer, get all that jazz out, and get out. So the plan here is we're going to go to these 3 planets, we're going to then go to the projections, the warp, then we're going to continue with all the side quest stuff. So let's have some fun with this, see if there's anything else on these planets. Not get too close to that projection of the warp yet, because I'm expecting that to be a big thing. Don't exactly want the plasteel. We have all... Actually, we're kind of running low on it, but we have a lot of plasteel, and I don't exactly want to spend extractium on plasteel. However, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm realizing that adamantine is very, very non-abundant, and that phlogiston and xenotech are kind of what I really should be spending it on. And right now I really need just xenotech, so maybe I don't spend my extractium on adamantine, but we do know it's here. There's also 2 things on this shattered world, so let's start with the abandoned tech priest base. Oh, that's just cargo. Okay, cool. Not explored though. The sight before you has excited the officer corps, who are delighted to witness the truly majestic end of this planet through the huge window on the bridge. One of the many nameless worlds throughout the expanse, an unknown reason causes the planet to break into several uneven parts, but its strong magnetic field is still preventing them from drifting into the cold abyss of space. The planet's hard inner core has remained almost untouched as thousands of explosions are taking place under its shell of hard metals. Light up the world's heart from the inside. That would actually be a cool sight. It would be kind of weird to see a world ending because there's so many amazing things on a planet, but at the same time it would be kind of cool to see like how that can happen. The Augur crew detects several ruined extractiums on the planet's surface. Yes, their analysis shows somebody used to mine adamantine here, but abandoned the deposit after the catastrophe. Most of the machines are damaged beyond repair, but the tech adepts claim one of the complexes can be restored if the rogue trader has the required parts and assistance. Yes, provide the technicians with scrap to repair the extractium. A few dozen time bells later, the Lord Captain is informed that the repair crew is suffering from unrelenting headaches, most likely caused by the oppressive magnetic fields of the world. However, machines have been successfully repaired. The extractiums of the adamantine may continue if the Lord Captain wishes. Of course, the mine needs to be staffed with a squad of working servitors and maintenance brigade doomed to endure the endless pain caused by the magnetic storms. So this would give me 3 adamantine. Or I get 1 mobile extractium. Now my problem right now is I need xenotech, and I need one other thing that I think I get through my colonies to keep upgrading one of my colonies, but I only have 2 extractiums, but I have a feeling I'm going to need more adamantium, and it's very, very rare to find a place with more than 3 adamantium, or more than 2. So I could restart the extractium, then not need this 2 adamantium, but also know it's there. So let's restart it. You'll leave part of the crew to extract the adamantium for Von Valencia's protectorate. Those fortunate to escape such a fate fervently pray for the lives of their friends and family, hoping to find them in good health should they be reunited someday. Sorry guys, we need it. We need that adamantine. It's such a rare resource. Nothing on the... It's a feral world, but this one is named Queza Temer. So you know we're going to be coming back to that one. Just when? And now it's time to go to the projection from this warp. When the rogue trader's ship draws near the unidentified celestial body, the machine spirits on every deck, from the captain's bridge to the cargo holds, become frantic. The engines are refusing to cooperate, sending the voidship hurtling towards the epicenter of the anomaly like an arrow towards a target. You wake after unsettled sleep to find yourself lying on stiff cardboard mat. You are overcome with strange sense of wrongness. The place is dark, reeks of body odor. Someone elbows you under your ribs and grabs you by the collar, spitting abuse. It is an enforcer patrolling the voidship, and she is clearly displeased. Well, I can punch her and run away. You wrestle out from the enforcer's grip with ease, punch the woman in the nose, turn around and flee into the darkness of the passageways. After taking yet another turn, you look over your shoulder to see if you're being pursued, and you notice a sign on the bulkhead. Bay Theta 54, the lower decks. Talk to the locals to learn about the everyday life on the lower decks. Let's do the fellowship. The locals offer friendly smiles as soon as they see you. Perhaps it's your appearance staring hazily back you. Out of a glass bulkhead is shaggy, soot face, and worn out vagrants in rags. A face not all that different from those of your new friends. At any rate, no one is trying to hurt you. You are told a couple of amusing stories about local life, the almighty Lord Captain, and the monsters that frighten people every now and then when the entire ship shakes. Red lumens flash overhead. Gained 12 experience. The ragged people, who had thoroughly enjoyed your pleasant company, walk with you to the bay supervisor's cabin. The workers ask the supervisor to report a stray noble from the upper decks. Your poison manners do make you stand out from the humble denizens of the lower decks. When you are restored to your bridge, your Voxmaster gives you praise to the Emperor. The Voxmaster gives praise to the Emperor of Humanity and explains that you were trapped in an anomaly that made the people on the ship inexplicably trade places. A rescue squad was dispatched at once to retrieve your lordship, but your friends from the lower decks have already helped the Lord Captain back to where he belongs. Oh, the enforcer who started berating me is not going to have a good day. But the people who helped me are probably going to be rewarded so well for not knowing that was the rogue trader and going, hey, there's a noble down here, can you guys help him? And being told that was the rogue trader, they must be going, that was the rogue trader we just met. That was the rogue trader, guys. Like, that alone would probably make their lives. Like, they never will be able to get to tell a story like that again. But then the Voxcaster, Johanna, anyone who probably figured out about that would probably be giving them ration cards for life. Oh, is that it for that thing? I was kind of hoping for like a big fight or something like that. Not that that wasn't a fun story, but I was kind of hoping for more. Okay, so I'm going to go down to the Forgotten Twins now. Because I kind of want to clear this section out. Because there's only a few bodies down here, or a few tiles. And I really don't want to go back down to the Imperium. Oh, I was thinking I'd have to go up to Langren's Built and then down to the Forgotten Twins. But nah. And then after we do all that, there's a bunch up here. And I'm thinking I might actually go back down to the Furibunda system. So I can try to do the Anver's base and, like, talk about a few things there. I should really be making some of this stuff more safe, but some of this stuff is fun. And I have 100% on all of this, so it's like, why not? The vessel's confessors report discontent among the flock. During the traditional sermon before departure, a ritual chandelier's 100 candles were snuffed out all at once. The missionaries attribute this incident to an open ventilation shaft, but the voidsmen notice it and are whispering about an ill omen, fearing the woes and may come soon. Yeah, let's lure Imperium. Sanctify all the chambers of the voidship one more time. The holy procession, in full accordance with Eclarxy's liturgy canon, rekindled the faith in the voidsmen's hearts and renewed their belief in the God Emperor's benevolent power. The whispers subsided. The crew is ready to face potential dangers with courage and fervor. Gain 24 experience points. Chart new routes. We have a problem. I do not know how to get to either of these, so I'm going to have to chart my own route. But we have the points for that. But first, Forgotten Twins, because this is part of Yerlet's quest. The coordinates from the ship's logs lead to an unremarkable star system. The Augur crew reports that the arrays cannot register anything worthy of Lord Captain's attention. Was this log entry just to someone's idea of a joke? If someone has decided to mock the rogue trader, they are playing a very dangerous game. There's traces of space battle. Oh, look at this. This is really cool. Is like a bigger sun orbiting a smaller sun or something like that? I'm not sure what is there like a white version of a sun? I'm not that much of a, like into astronomy or anything like that. I know like there's big, very big suns, and this one can go like supernova, I believe. There's a slightly smaller one that I believe is a red dwarf. Then there's our sun. I don't know what one smaller than our sun though is, and is that what this white one would be? But that is really cool looking. Lord Captain, there's evidence of a recent scuffle straight ahead of us. Throne take me. This is not a frigate, it's just a gutted piece of metal. The helmsman falls silent for a moment. Blimey, the culprits are here too. It's Eldari freaks. I recognize their shiny butts even from this distance, except the Xenos are acting suspiciously. They are hovering in place and not even trying to run. Should we approach or open fire from the distance? Call off your people, Elentok. Something is wrong. The children of Assyrian are dismayed, but doing something like this to the monkey vessel, no. We are not animals. I appeal to your prudence and the promise you made. Do not destroy my kin for the deeds they did not commit. Lord Captain, we have received a report from the Augur crew. The situation is unusual. The Xenos ships display no biological or energetical signatures, even though it appears to be intact. According to the scanners, nobody is on board. However, survivors are believed to be hiding on board one of the compartments of the damaged vessel of the Imperium. We have also spotted some drifting plate remains that belong to a third unidentified vessel. Have the acolytes of the machine cult identify the remains of the third vessel. Lord Captain, I'm reporting that the hull fragments belong to a Dukiri Xenos race, but the presence of their ships in the system at this time has not been confirmed. Dispatch rescue team for survivors. It will be done. Vigdis flips a switch on the Vox system. Cognitor and transmission goes silent for a while. So we got some fuel, although not a full tank of fuel, or a full cargo tank. And then some Xenos artifacts. Lord Captain, scouts managed to reveal several emancipated officers from the wrecked ship. Despite their wounds, they were able to tell us what happened during the patrol. The frigate discovered an Eldari ship crossing the system, decided to immediately attack the enemies of humanity. The vessel proved too fast and skittish, but at one point its engines failed, giving the frigate a chance to attack. When the guns were aimed, several Dukari ships suddenly pounced from the darkness. At first they attacked from distance, but soon boarded the frigate and wreaked a bloody massacre on the decks. It's only by sheer miracle that the surviving officers managed to escape, locking themselves up in a hidden technical compartment that the Xenos had no use for. Their survivors claim that Xenos conspired and deliberately led the ship into a trap where it met its doom. The Xenos joined forces to eliminate a vessel of the Imperium. An alliance between Eldari and Dukiri is an unusual sight, yet such an outcome is hardly surprising. I doubt that's what happened, Heinrichs. Why, Master Interrogator, I was thinking exactly the same thing. At last you and I can finally agree on something. How blind are the monkey to the voices of their own kind? Humans attack a ship of the children of the Syrian, sailing peacefully by. But is my kinspeople who are to blame? No, my kind would not willingly take part in a massacre orchestrated by the Dark Ones, then abandon their ship. Something else happened here, and I'm afraid to even consider. Yeah, send a shuttle with scouts to investigate the Xenos ship. Xenos artifacts. I also got a shuriken catapult, but that's kind of useless to me. Several hours of tedious waiting later, Vigdis gets back on the air. Lord Captain, scouts confirm our earlier report. The Xenos ship is intact. Many valuable artifacts have been found inside, but neither the Eldari nor their bodies were discovered. We are late again, Ellen talked. The voice sounds faint and almost listless. We have done everything we could. As you command. That's the second time we've tried to get to them, and there is nothing. You kind of gotta feel bad for her in that standpoint. Let's check out the worlds. Maybe there's something on the worlds for her. Just plasteel. I'm not using those for the plasteel. Oh, toxic world. Jungle world. The cognitor screen highlights the shapes of several buildings. This small settlement, the only one on the planet, is a winter-scale dynasty outpost. Let's visit the outpost. After the lengthy descent to the planet, you are rewarded with a dismal sight. The entire outpost consists of long columns and uniform bunkhouses, machine hangars, and a large headquarters topped with a massive antenna on a Vox caster. The binary suns hanging in the sky make every object cast two shadows, a spectacle you find vaguely disturbing. The custodian and his people go out of their way to give esteemed guests a proper reception, but the resources are scarce at best. Let's talk to them. The custodian shares alarming news. The outpost is highly dependent on various deliveries from the core winter-scale worlds, but 2 ships have already failed to arrive on schedule. Locals do not have an astropath of their own, so the custodian cannot determine the cause of the delay or request of aid. This is like the 3rd or 4th planet we found that winter scale it's just not delivered stuff to or just abandoned. What the hell, dude? The outpost will soon run out of food at this rate, so the custodian sends urgent requests for provisions. He's begging for help, offering what little his settlement has in exchange. Yeah, we can give him supplies. Oh, he gave us an exotic sniper rifle. I think that's better than my sniper rifle, actually. The custodian showers you with gratitude and hurries to send gifts in return. Former grim and worried faces of his men light up with relief. So we got this needle rifle. I'll go over that in a minute, but I believe this has the minimum damage of my sniper rifle. Has like 2 less damage. Has more armor pen, if not just a little. Maybe it has a little less, depending, I think. Has less hit chance. Has the same ammo. I think it has the same range, but it has toxic damage on it, so I'll look at that in a bit. And we used 2 of our provisions for that. And we got a lot of cargo. Okay. Oh, here. Yeah, it'll let me look at it here. So, I'm using mainly the Rebel sniper rifle up there. So this has more range. Same ammo. Oh no, I'm using the Marksman sniper rifle. So it has less of a hit chance, but it has that toxin damage on it, so I suppose there's an argument to be made for it. I would also lose the solid projectile bonus on it, so I lose even more minimum damage, I believe, on it. But once again, it has that toxin damage should... I don't know. There's an argument to be made for it, like if I can't one-hit the target, so I could like switch between, I suppose. The return journey treats you to a rare and unexpected spectacle. An eclipse begins as one of the 2 local suns covers the other. You watch as the temperature drops, the lighting changes, and the double shadows vanish. The 2 disks in the sky merge, forming a shimmering oval and then becoming one. Eventually, the fantastic event passes, leaving behind a vivid memory. That would be really cool. I can go to the jungle world again, to this not-explored region. The Winterscale Dynasty outpost hails Miacidae von Valentius and thanks him for the help. The locals are indebted to him. Glory to the rogue trader. It's kind of interesting that it had me go back to that. So, let's do this. And I'm still going to use the marksman's sniper rifle as like a main thing, but I can have this needle rifle if I still think I'm going to one-hit a target, or that the toxin damage will take them out. But then, if the toxin damage won't or the needle rifle or the toxin damage doesn't one-hit them, all my bonuses kind of go a little bit harder into the marksman rifle until I get something better. And then I can put the rebel sniper rifle here into cargo. Thought I put that into cargo as well. Alright. Am I going to fly through the suns? This is one hell of a void ship. Another planetoid. I would often watch as the prison population on a small planetoid from Uric 5's observatory. Looking at this celestial body now, I'm beginning to think all such entities are alike. Gas giant? Yeah. Oh, it has something on it. The crew were treated to a truly impressive sight. A colossal storm on the gas giant's surface. The planet's dimensions were in themselves were mind-boggling. And then it birthed a tempest, the storm to end all storms, as the Lord Captain and his officers observed it from a safe distance through the bridge's huge viewing windows. Someone suggested giving it a name, the Emperor's Wrath. The Emperor's Wrath, garnering the most votes. Some of the crew believed the storm to be an omen. We can only hope it is an omen of great things to come. Fun. And then Dead World, Ash World with nothing on it. Still fun. Then we can go Khronos Expanse. Oh, I can get to the cradle if I go to one of these worlds. I have it already kind of mapped out. Gotcha. I was wondering how I was going to get to the cradle, so when I go back to the Furibundus in a little bit, we'll do that. Actually, let's just do that now, because I wanted to go back to Footfall because of Janus. There was a quest to settle. Kavia Gamma is done. And I needed giants from this to do something in like Fallstone or Janus, I believe. Lord Captain, after unsealing of Lady Theodora's secret workshop on Kavia Gamma, an epidemic of mysterious tech leprosy? What the hell is tech leprosy? Has broken out. Augments mutate into distorted forms, killing their hosts. Machines and entire assembly halls break apart into fragments that devour each other, fusing into grotesque and insane forms. The Omega-18 manufacturer, the epicenter of the epidemic, is cordoned off, but the disease will burst out of there sooner or later. What is known about the disease? We have not faced anything like this before. The plague only affects mechanisms, forcing them to transform and lose all functionality. No one has been able to provide insight into the nature of this disease or how it has found its way into Lady Theodora's secret workshop. But it is possible that some secret research was being carried out there. Anything from my advisors, especially Pascal, the eradication of the infection is the highest priority, but to completely eradicate the manufactorium, as severing the epicenter is to inflict serious damage to the resource supply of this unit, I can propose another method of purging. However, the sacraments of the Almessiah are available to me, cannot be revealed to the lady. I ask that you place your trust in me. Shireen, do not be so hasty with this purge. phenomena may be of interest to other specialists. There are many who do not agree that all knowledge solely belongs to cogs. What appears to be a plague could hold amazing possibilities. If we could isolate the manufactoriums and let these inquisitive minds inside, they would happily compensate us for the loss of production capacity. I've suppressed 18 different epidemics aboard the flagship, and our officers have experience in setting up quarantines. I will send them to Kavia Gamma to lead the tech purgator squads. They will not return from the epicenter until the infection is eradicated and the preventative exclusion zone is taken down. Even metal dies eventually, scarred by corrosion. To combat those who have been stripped away from their flesh and replace it with machinery, the Bloodspun Web has already procured a remedy. An acidic compound that burns through steel. We stand ready to help to burn out this tech leprosy. So let's see what we would get. I would just gain refugees from the Lost Manufactorum. This would give me 20 to all Void Shield sectors. Okay. Cabela. Demise of Metal. All allies deal 10% more damage to machines and targets with reject the flesh feature. That actually could be really good. I actually like Cabela's more. Abelard. Healer of Metal. Enemies suffer minus 5% to armor penetration. I mean, if I want to go the tanky route. If I want to isolate the Manufactorum, I get Casabella. Oh. I really want the profit factor, and I get Casa Basilica. I'm wondering if I would get a renewable supply of the tech vessel of tech leprosy as well, but 50 to 100 shock damage with 30% armor penetration could be very good against things that I have problems with beating, like anything that has the really high armor, like those turrets that I had problems with. And then the profit factor and the Casa Basilica stuff would be kind of huge. So it's kind of between that and the Cabela, dealing more damage to machines and things with Reject the Flesh. I think I'm going to go with J here. Isolate the Manufactorum. Invite those who would be willing to pay for a chance to study it. Oh, you will not forget this. Because that also gives us the Oh, it wasn't the mechanisms we were short on. It was whatever that was. The mysterious interested parties arrive on the planet with an entourage comprised of Malatex, excommunicated technomats, and shady-looking scholars. Without even trying to haggle, they paid exorbitant sums to obtain access to the previously unknown Xeno disease and then head off into the bowels of the dying Manufactorum. A cure for the mysterious disease has not been identified, but study of the tech leprosy strain has been made possible to control samples of the disease using magnetic impulses to turn it into a dangerous weapon. Lovely. So we need chemicals right now. Is the big thing. Oh, because I did that, I don't have the efficiency anymore. I'm not sure I can get giants on this world, which is what I really need. Oh, yes, I can once I get 2 chemicals. Once I get some chemicals, I can get Compassion for the Silent, then I can get giants, and I need giants for Janus here, which is what I'm waiting for the Reaping. But now I need chemicals over here as well. I've been kind of holding off on this one because I didn't want to lose the profit factor, but I need these chemicals. So I suppose let's just spend some of our profit factor, get the secrets of the Winter Scales, because I need these chemicals for other things. So, legend has it that House Winterscale holds secrets of gas factoriums, workshops in which tons of organic raw materials pass through fermentation vats. Hot rollers and pressure exhausts yield valuable chemicals. The sacred technology could enable Janus to produce enormous volumes of promethium. However, only the most skillful, highly paid smugglers will be up to the task of stealing this treasure. Well, then steal it from me. And I suppose I'll just get touched by holiness while I wait. I know I don't really want to spend the profit factor, but it's going to help me with the ship combat. It's going to get me RP with the Drusians. It's going to get efficiency up. And quite honestly, it's the last thing for Foulstone. Then Cavia Gamma. I can do Armored Rage here, which is the only thing I can do. I suppose I could get Decree on Diligence, but I kind of want these macro cannons because they seem like they can do a lot of damage. The other thing I could do is... well, this is an ability. But I have a feeling these are going to be really, really good weapons, whereas Inferno is just... I don't really like doing the rams, so let's go with Armored Rage. That's going to use some of my adamantine that I had just got. And we're good from that standpoint, so let's keep heading back. I think what the plan is I'm going to go to the Cradle of the Kupiri and the Palladium Stellos first. But then we're going to head back to Footfall. So I can warp travel to Telecos Epsilon here. Oh, what's this? Calgos Winterscale has found out that the secrets of the gas factorium have been stolen from him. However, he's willing to leave that unfortunate incident in the past, offering the prospect of much greater gains. He is now captivated by the idea of seizing House Cordia's Nymphium rigs on the frozen world of Lucian's Breath. For Calgos himself, it would appear the profit is a mere side benefit of the opportunities to massacre a large number of House Corda servants in planetary battles. He's offering to pay the aforementioned priceless flammable liquid in exchange for the fighting force he's desperately lacking. I don't have that, though. Can I get people any other way? Small thorn. This would give me the chemicals I need. That's provisions. Maybe if I go back on one of these quests, I can get more people, but it looks like Foulstone is completed. Janus got that done, so we're just waiting on, quite honestly, Xenotech here on Janus, and then Cavia Gamma is still working. Okay. Oh, I thought this was a path to the Kafiri there. I guess not. So, Trinitos, is that a path to the Cradle of the Kapiri? Cavia Gamma 3 profit factor gained. Okay. Lord Captain, the strange anomaly has been detected on Cavia Gamma. A series of orders defined as Procedure 0C has forced itself into production algorithms. The servants of the Omnissiah define its execution status as most sacred and therefore follow its instructions to the letter. In just one cycle, cells were erected in all manufacturums connected by cognitors, or more precisely, their computing channels. This network forms a pattern similar to those applied to the digital cells of the machine spirits. The 0C procedure commands Magi with above-average psi receptive index to enter the cells. Those tech priests who take their seats in the cells fall into a blissful data dream and begin to sing binary hymns very similar to those that periodically whimmed from the warp box of Cubus Delphim. The performance of manufacturing has dropped. Many of the machine god's servants have abandoned their posts and are pleading for the privilege of fulfilling Procedure 0C, but the enforcers have taken custody of the cells and ward these volunteers away from them. Is there anything big I could get? Armor of Refraction, 55 armor. Carapace grants 1 deflection and 10 armor if the wearer has moved during the turn. No, thank you. Also -1 efficiency. We kind of need efficiency here, if I remember right. -1 security. Secrets of Ancient Cybersmiths. All allies deal plus logic divided by 15 more energy and machine damage. Interesting. Or just lose complacency. Again, all allies deal 10% more damage to machine creatures. I'm sorry, we're going to be fighting Necrons. and targets with reject the flesh. Even the Omnicide metal spirits do not dare to force their will upon the rogue trader. What do we know about it? We could not trace the source of the signal that activated the procedure or identify its purpose. The tech priests oppose the idea of studying its procedure, that it violates the sacrament. Supposedly, the minds of the Magi immersed in the cells are evolved in some grand-scale computation. The servants of the Omnicide have tested the planet's cognitive network 7 times with purifying algorithms of varying degrees of severity, proclaiming it clean. Advisors, anything to share? You say these cells need to be filled with high size sensitivity tech priests? Sure, but why use our own servants? Check out a few remote stations, outposts, look for cogs who were banished as unfit, and you'll find 3 times as many suitable candidates than the manufacturers. Psi receptivity rarely goes hand in hand with high rationality, and such tech priests often end their careers in some backwater. Okay. They are singing. It's surprising that your race are even able to achieve such a harmonious form of interaction with crafted tools. My kinsmen too use psychoacoustic harmonics to guide our creations, but I'm not a bone singer myself. But I might be able to tell your servants of certain principles that define the sound of the universe. That actually could be kind of handy as well. I find the sacrilegious suggestion to breach the data unity protocol. Oh, I can't use any of the other stuff. A signal seemingly from nowhere that has the highest execution priority, a perfect weapon for capturing the planet. It should be anathemized, and I'm ready to summon a cadre of competent tech sorcerers from the Inquisition. Alright, so what would this get me? Abolisher. Yarlet would get me the secrets of the ancient cybers. Idea is right, and that would give me the armor of refraction without losing anything now. I kind of want to abolish it, and now this wouldn't have a downside. And then I get 10% more damage against anything with machine spirit creatures and targets with reject the flesh. Necrons. I do not trust Necrons. Heinrichs, I'd be grateful with the Inquisition's help. I am familiar with the gifts of the Omnicide and have personally trained several specialists for the Lord Inquisitor's retinue. There will not be any problems. The execution of poorly understood Procedure 0C was forbidden. In their efforts to root out its directives and remove the Magi from their cells, rogue trader servants faced resistance, resulting in bloodshed and death. However, the techno-sorcerers of the Inquisition who arrived on the planet tempered the anger of the Omnicide servants by confirming the legitimacy of the Lord Captain's actions. Thank you. Security +2. Profit factor 2, weapons 3. What can we do? Still can't do giants because I need more efficiency, which is going to screw us. But I'm assuming I might be able to do some stuff later here. Just based on the fact that there's so many of these. The fact that our efficiency is at 0 right now. And we can only get to 4 with the 2 things that we have. It's kind of bad. So I guess compassion for the silent. Iconoclast +10. Hull integrity +20. Complacency +2. Also cost us some of the chemicals we just got, because this engine isn't going to be helpful. And then from here I can go to the cradle. I'm going to make this safe. It's no longer deadly, it is safe. And we can visit it. We're going to start with worlds, then go to the destroyed ship, which looks like it has an item. Begin scan. Ice world. Promethium 5, but we have a lot of promethium, so I'm not going to buy that. But distress signal. I want to give Jay another chance because every single time I have brought her, it has been against something that she is not good at. Distress signal zone. Okay. So I'm assuming we need to go this way.
I tread a path unexplored.
Wanna know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about being in my nice heated cabin with a glass of something warm and somebody warm pressed up against me.
That would be nice. Especially in something cold like this. Okay, bodies. two skeletons are lying in strange positions, as if one was either carrying or hugging the other and did not let go even in death. Their gear is badly damaged and decayed. Awareness. Carefully inspect the skeletons and their gear. There's three things worthy of note. Fragments of some sort of device that both skeletons carried on their belts. Some shiny trinkets in the remains of this carried skeleton bag. An old portable cognitor in the other's bag. Tech use. Try to extract data from the cognitor. The cognitor has been exposed to elements for decades or even centuries. It is a small miracle you are able to extract a fragment of a Vox recording. Apparently the last communications. Scout 1. We're rich. Chaos take me. Rich. Look out. Fly, for crying out loud. Spit it out. What have you found? Rich. Screw footfall. An expanse can go to the orcs. We're out of here. Calyx. Here we come. Yeah, because with our record, Calyx is definitely a place to go. What makes you think that life's better there anyway? I want a house on some planet, a mansion, with a lion statue at the entrance. It'll have a servitor with one job, dusting my lion statue. Fly, you idiot. You're still on a dangerous job. Quit sending me your hollering. Get back here or just tell me what you found already. Fly. Fly, you coming? I'm coming for you, dummy. If you're not responding just to mess with me, you're dead meat. Okay, what are the trinkets? The trinkets are clearly of Xeno origin. They are miscellaneous, time-worn items, no particular value. One can assume that they are petty trophies looted from several corpses. How about the broken device? Pieces of broken tech suggest this was a rudimentary radar jammer, an item commonly utilized by pirates of the Khronos Expanse. Welp. Sucks to be you, buddy.
Powers unseen.
Athletics, jump the bridge.
Experience?
Or ledge.
Nothing matters more.
There are more people over here. The skeleton in decayed tech priest robes is missing its right leg. Judging by what remains of the bones, the leg was hacked off. It seems the person was still alive when it happened, and they reached this spot by crawling rather than walking. Oh,
A Lord
joy.
Captain who graces the freight line with visits and speaks to the lowliest of serfs? Retirement has never sounded more tempting.
Examine the transmitter.
All it means is that he is more attentive to his subjects than Lady Theodora ever was. It is unfortunate that you should find this surprising rather than heartening.
Right. So we just interacted with the transmitter, and
You don't mind dying, do you?
that's turrets with a bunch of Xenos traps. Lovely. Who has Lore's Xenos even? Because I'm gonna need someone to interact with that. Not what I was hoping to find. Okay, here we go. 40. 82 on the main character. And 95 on Pascal. 100 on Jay. Could maybe have Jay do that. The turrets are kind of all over though, so that's really bad. That's only half cover. I'm hoping maybe Abelard can run up to this one and stab it. Pascal, we can have your birdie go and mess with these ones. Or get you in the right position. Is that everyone now? That's everyone but Jay, who I'm going to have run around and do some stuff. I'm wondering if I can mess with that computer. Okay. Alright, Cassia. Oh, I don't even know how to go about this. Let's look at the turrets first. Only 75 armor on these ones, so they're not as bad as the last ones. They have a Dark Lance that does a 1 fire, so it's not a burst. 20 to 25 damage, and it's immune to most effects. So yeah, Jay is not going to be very helpful here in this fight. I'm going to see about sniping these ones.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
So let's do... I know this is going to...
Dare ask.
Well, I can't do anything with the bird, so I guess Air of Authority and
I'm not accustomed to being
voice of command on the main character so I can bring it down on him. Let's also do Glimpse of Fate just for the
Me?
dodge.
If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may.
They're immune to poison, so let's not use the Natal Rifle that I just got. I have a 95% chance of hitting it. They're all rank 3, so I am going to mark some as prey. That one, the one right next to him.
One step closer.
And let's mark this one for now. I can then analyze the enemy so it takes more damage. I'm wondering if I should do Claim Bounty afterward, which is going to do a little bit of extra damage, or if I should just do a piercing shot into single shot for the armor pen. This would give me an always crits too, so let's do piercing shot. And then surefire plan for the damage. And just pelt it.
Ruin.
91 hit with the crit. So that's about half of its health. Cassia, you're good for now. Oh, I forgot to move Argenta. That's fine. We'll move her right here so she doesn't trigger any traps.
Will be undone.
Furious Recital.
Is worthless.
We're gonna hit for about 5 to 8. That's fine.
I'll do it.
Make it so we always crit. Shoot once for the versatility.
Commands. This is why I was chosen.
Let's... I was hoping to run and gun and then get into this spot, but that's not going to be a thing. Concentrated fire.
That is not the Emperor's will.
And then... the burst doesn't have a very good hit chance, but we can still burst. Still hit with most of them. Turret's wounded somehow. Almost half down. Oh, that is one hell of a hit. That did way more than 20 some damage. That did way more than I thought it would. Right, so if we go right here, I'm going to see about maybe skirting this. I'm not sure if this is going to trigger that trap.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Okay. Then we are going to charge the turret. No suitable path, darn. Okay, never mind.
Sound approach.
Bulwark. Brace for impact. Endure. Taunt it.
Your beck and call.
And then poke it. And then you can get the bonus versus it. Oh, Jay is down. Jay is down.
Poor girl.
We can get one turret down. So that's going to look like another analyze, piercing shot, surefire plan.
Me.
We already have a bounty on this one.
One step shall reign.
Oh, what's that? Inspect the wreckage. Okay. Ooh, I put a bounty on that one and what other one? Put 2 bounties out. Oh, are they immune to being bountied? Yikes. Anyway, I suppose perfect spot for now, so he gets cover efficiency. And then we're gonna poke the one right by Abelard.
Shatter the spirit.
Pascal. Obstruct vision. We're gonna try to get these turrets to shoot each other. Like so. Blinding strike.
Setting target parameters for tech familiar.
I don't think Soar is gonna hit how I want it to.
Denied.
No. But we can analyze the enemy.
My vow is to serve.
Plasma overcharge, hitting this one.
I venerate you, machine.
Yikes, okay. And then yeah, at least we hit the turret.
Activate.
RG. Single shot, please.
This is why I was chosen.
We're at 5 versatility. Wildfire, we're at 6 versatility. Because of... we'll be at 6 once I burst fire. We're gonna do concentrated fire so you do more damage. And I'm hoping this takes the turret down. It did not. Okay. Probably should have gotten closer, but that's fine. Oh!
We need your aegis, O Emperor.
Abelard. Bulwark. Taunt this thing. Not sure that's actually working. Hit it. Endure.
Do my duty.
And then stalwart defense it.
At your beck and call.
Cassia's down. Okay, main character. Analyze the turret.
Need no guidance.
Surefire plan. Clean bounty. That's another one down. Just to make sure things happen.
Guides me.
Piercing shot. Surefire plan.
Triumph. I won't waste my time on that.
Hit the turret way downrange.
Stoop to this.
I thought I had a shot at it. Well, fine. Hit this one.
So
Crit took it out.
tribute.
Reload because we're out of ammo.
Step closer.
That's your turn. 3 of them down. Pascal. There's 2 left. Oh, there's 3 left? The one over here. Okay. So, get into cover. Let's do obstruct vision, hoping I can't get it in the right spot. It's just gonna shoot the wrong way, which is fine. Blinding strike at it. Just tear it to shreds, birdie. Go, go. And strafe, I do not think is going to hit the right spot.
Abide in the host of blessed creations of the Omnisire.
Then, let's analyze it.
Running binary
Weapon is overheated right now. And this has a weird thing where the damage to each target is taken as warp damage, so that doesn't matter as much. But how does this exactly work? I should probably not use the overheat. So let's just hit the turret.
request approved. That is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable.
I always forget about the extra action there. RG, we're gonna move here. We're gonna take this turret out. So wildfire only costs 1. We're gonna burst it down. I actually thought that would have gotten it down. Probably would have if I did concentrated fire, which I forgot about.
Why I was chosen.
And then we can run and gun. Hoping to get into a better spot because the turret's over there.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
But then auto hit, turret over here goes boom. Get more versatility. We're good. Missed Argenta. Abelard. Once again, Bulwark. Taunt.
Victory is imminent.
Now that seems to be working. Endure.
I'd rather not.
Go ahead and stab it. Seems to be getting better. And then go ahead and put the shield down. We're going to take out the turret right here, so that's going to be an analyze.
Beckons.
It's going to be a claim bounty.
I will try satisfying demise.
Gonna run right here so I don't hit Abelard when I do my attack. And we're gonna do... You know what? Just piercing shot.
Guides me. I will
Surefire plan. Deadeye.
Beckon. Accept my offering.
Pascal. If you would be so kind. Plasma overcharge.
Running binary functions successfully terminated.
Woo! Lorzinos, 95% chance. Let's do this. I'm gonna also...
And done.
Oh, that got me cargo. Cool. If you'd be so kind, disarm all these traps.
My pleasure. A job for me.
Before I kind of forget on this.
One and it's done.
Fate beckons me.
You know what I'm not sure about? Okay, it does give me current experience, so alright.
Let's make
Like,
it.
does it stop me from going over capped on the experience? No, it does not.
My pleasure.
So Jay is just gonna go around and do all this stuff. Make sure we're good.
Done. A job for me.
A lot of experience for doing this, that's kind of nice.
My pleasure.
And then let's do our level ups, and then we'll go get the extra cargo. So this is level 29. Really not sure what to take for these. I thought maybe about taking the Dukiri weapon proficiency, because this might be one of the last? Oh, I get more talents now. Critical damage dealt by this character's Eldari range weapons is increased by +6. That could be really good. I wonder if I would get something similar to that if I took Dukiri weapons. And I'm not sure. Oh, I do get a bunch of stuff when I go into Exemplar. Okay, I was going to say, I'm not sure what happens when we go into Exemplar for this. But it seems like there's a lot of levels in that as well. But kind of interested in the fact that we can get the deadly... I'm not sure I should be taking deadly accuracy, because I'm not sure I'm going to be using Eldari sniper rifles or anything like that. Oh, you know what I really should have taken? Is I should have taken base skill awareness, because that's like one of my big things, I think. So I can get the rerolls later on if I need to. I really should have looked at that more. Okay. And I also kind of want that Dukiri weapon one. But that, I think, will be something I might respec into later if I find a Dukiri weapon I really like. So I'm not sure on that one. But for now, I'm going to take base skill awareness, so the next time I get a common one, which is like way later, 4 levels later, I can take the advanced skill awareness. And now for my abilities, I have Call the Bold marked here, so this is probably what I'm going to take. Next attack this turn will have the additional effects, deal at 7 additional damage, which I'm assuming will multiply with other effects like critical hit. Target's armor reduced by 3 times difficulty tier, so if it's a tier 4 enemy, it's going to be reduced by 12. Against all bounty hunters attack until end of combat. So if it's a boss or something really hard, or like I plan on taking it out with claiming the bounty or something like that, additional shots will deal more damage. If the target's armor against this attack is below 20%, the dodge is also reduced by the same amount. Against all bounty hunters attack until end of combat, additional damage of the bounty hunter's attack is also increased to +13. And if the target is marked as prey, its armor and dodge are also reduced against the bounty hunter's allies. Awesome. So I think that is better than anything else I could do. Ensnare this prey has really good capabilities, but it kind of needs the enemy to be closer to me, so that's kind of more for a melee bounty hunter. Hot on the Trail gives me a new thing I could do, which could go into some really good traits, or talents rather. However, once again, this is more for a melee because it designates an enemy with a 10 sail radius. How often is that happening to me? Then Raid, until the bounty hunter's next turn, whenever an allied target attacks marked prey, this target the attack deals 6% extra damage. So like, this is if I wanted to be more of a buffer, which not really. So I'm gonna go Call the Bold. Abelard. I think I'm just gonna take... There's some really good skills here depending upon what you wanted the Vanguard to do. But Wall of Rockcrete would just make them into an even better tank, of suffering 50% less damage and getting extra temporary wounds, which goes into some of his other skills. Follow My Lead sounds like a really good one, dealing extra damage and armor penetration into any targets around him, which sounds like it could be really good. He could be a forced distraction, so like enemies have to attack him potentially. Enemies in melee range are forced to attack him, and they suffer more damage, but I feel like Wall of Rockcrete just goes better. There's less ifs and thens. It's simpler to use. I'm just going to go with that. And if it's simpler, it's easier for me to use. Argenta. We know Devastating Attack doesn't work in melee, which makes me think Reckless Rush won't be usable in melee. Actually, that just makes her gain 10 MP, so movement points. But the 3 more versatility stacks only last until the end of the turn, which I don't really like. I have confident approach, so I don't think I would want cautious approach. So I'm just going to go for kick. There's been a few situations already where, like, enemies just mob her and she can't get out of combat, or I can't get her into a good situation to get a good firing line. So she could go somewhere, kick the enemy for 0 AP, and then mow down them with burst fire. And this would also give her a melee attack for the purposes of versatility, it even says here. And it does not count towards the attack limit, which is great. I looked at some old video footage, and the skill that I was looking at, like in the last video or something when I was trying to level up both RG and Cassia, was not a ability for either of them. It's an iconoclast ability. So, just so everyone's aware of that, I was just memory fogged. I'm thinking show the path here, actually. So, can only be used on allies that have one melee weapon. So that's mainly for a Ballard. And that would get him into combat with some enemies faster. Or if that would be possibly Pascal or Heinrich or Cabela, if I have them. This would essentially give them a free charge. Some movement thing, which movement is good. Pascal here. Yeah, I think I'm going to take advanced tracking here. So for 1 round, obstructed attacks always hit against the Cyber Eagle's enemy. Or for 1 round, the obstructed enemy's attacks against the Cyber Eagle always hit that enemy's ally. So if I plan that right, basically they always shoot their allies, which could be fun, could be interesting to use correctly. There's nothing else there I really want. And then Jay, I've never really cared much about what she got, which is maybe why she's not the greatest. But what is her major skill here? Because now that I know that I can get I think she was my persuasion person. Now that I know I can get that advanced thing, maybe I should be getting that. And then a lot of momentum gain if I get assigned objectives. So let's grab that. Alright, let's continue looking at this stuff. There is some goods here. Let's not do that with Jay. I think Pascal can get that though. Yeah, 100% on Pascal.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
That actually could be kinda good. I thought this would have more armor. +2 deflection against range attacks, or +2 deflection against non-human enemies, and also +5 wounds, so he can equip that. And then there is a shuriken pistol, which we can put in cargo. We should also
What advice do you seek?
probably get rid of that wound on Argenta.
Will not slow me. The Emperor sets my path.
Alright, let's get these remains with the Lord Xenos.
And done.
Bone structure indicates that these belong to an Eldari, not a human.
1 and it's done.
Electrified shardnet, Eldari runes. So, I mean, cargo. Cargo is good.
My pleasure.
Cargo is always good. Can sell that stuff. I'm glad she's along to actually, like, grab this. Otherwise, it would have been for, probably a good thing to grab, your
1
let.
and it's done.
Probably need to look over here as well.
My pleasure.
Oh, that's the skeleton that we looked at already.
Beneath my feet.
Okay, can we look at this again? Unsettling structure adorned with strange masks vaguely resembles an antenna of a powerful transmitter. At its base, you see a cognitor and a few other devices. It seems that some part of the structure is buried underground, so let's investigate the entire structure. How did I fail a 90%? This mishmash of wires, devices, and decorative details appears to be a mixture of technologies from a different era and even from different races. Some of them show sign of Xenos origin. Force access to the cognitor? Logic test succeeded. You penetrate the cognitor's defenses. Its function is rather simple. The program is designed to activate transmitter once every 5 years and send a distress signal into space. I can still activate it later. Is there anything else here? Like,
Is the opportunity.
it was basically meant to get people into this trap, I think. So, I can turn it off permanently, or I can blow up the structure, which I think just costs me a melta-charge. You say the charges carefully, without a doubt. The structure will be destroyed with expert precision along with the underground part. Gain 5 iconoclast points. Oh, there's an awareness test. We should sniff around here some more, Lord Captain. There should be a bunker, a control room, or something else that was used to set up the trap.
The world will bow.
So I'm assuming that's probably over here.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Duty prevails.
There we go. Just a warehouse. Well, let's not do that then. A RG.
Such a peaceful scene, the likes of which I haven't seen in a long time. No bright flashes, no riot of colors.
No.
Just pure
That's Lord Xenos.
canvas.
Hey, Jay.
It's just like art. It takes skill and talent.
100% Lord Xenos disarm.
And done.
Lord
A
disarm.
job for me.
Alright, there's an anatomy tome. Wielder gains 4 additional damage for a single attacks against human enemies. Grants 5 Medicae. Interesting. There are goods over here. And carcass of a strange creature.
My pleasure.
You recognize the horrific dead creature as a Miacidae, a monster of the depth of the webway, favorite pet of the Dukiri. So there's probably Dukiri here. But is that it?
Intriguing.
Like, is there nothing else around here? Should we keep looking? Because I only got this because of a awareness, I believe. But maybe that's it.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Nothing down here, right? Okay. So it was kind of a Dukiri base that they were trying to lure people into from the looks of it. That's kind of nasty. And we can go back up here to the shuttle, okay. Well, interesting nonetheless. Let's get out of here. And we can keep exploring in the next episode. And go from there, yeah. So I think that'll do it for this time. There's some still stuff we can explore here, but this episode's getting a little long. And hopefully we get back to Footfall, I think. I'm going to go towards in the next episode, see if they've cleared this stuff, talk to the liege and talk to him about Janus because he wanted the provisions, and then we can go from there. So I suppose that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, wish you all well. I will see you next time, and please have a good one.